Hello, everybody out there. Thank you for listening to the Entrepreneur for Life podcast. I'm your host, Gideon Webb. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got a special guest today, my main man, Xegon.
Yeah. What's popping? What's happening, Gid?
Yeah. Bro, I won't give you an introduction like I normally do with people because you and I, we kind of just starting to link up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll give it justice, but I will say the brother is a creative individual. He's a writer, an entrepreneur, as well as just a powerful spirit in every room I'm in with you, and awesome artist and performer. And I thought it'd be a good idea to bring you on the podcast because we've been talking about a lot of things that relate to being an entrepreneur, and we both hustle and we both grind, and your grind is unique. And so this is a place where we explore unique entrepreneurs and how they do what they do in order to navigate this entrepreneur lifestyle.
Let's get to it on the real.
So if you could tell the people a little bit about you, first off, Xegon, what do you go by? What's your full name?
Well, my full name is Xegon Seraphim Elallah. That's my full name, my full real name. My mother, she gave me something different, Nathaniel Robinson Werner II, and I discarded that name as I grew older. Through my whole journey of life, I've grown accustomed to and I picked up so many skills. One of the skills is speaking, and in speaking I began writing, and it all became just so beautiful that I became good at it. I found out I was a natural at it, and that's where poetry came in at. And so from poetry, I went from writing it to performing it at so many places to actually having a main stage to perform at. And then I knew, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? So poetry and speaking is one of the things that I do. Through that comes uplifting, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, a lot of us didn't have a voice, whether it was in the house, at school, or outside of school. And we just want to express our opinions about the world, you know what I'm saying, how we felt about it, what could change. And through that, that's where motivational speaking came in for me. So not only am I just a writer and a spoken word artist, but I'm a motivational speaker. Along with that, as a child, 13 years old, my brother used to make beats, you know what I'm saying? And I used to always watch him, and I'd be like, what you doing? What you up to? You know what I'm saying? What's that that sound cool. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into that. And he showed me how to do it one day. And from then on, I was just in my zone, just making beats. Started making so many good beats. My brother's like, dang, you colder than me. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. The teacher, the student beat the teacher, or the student out learn the teacher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, producing was what I picked up as well. So I do a lot of things, man, as far as like creative and performing. And that's really what I do. And I do it to uplift the people. I do it to keep the people going, to give people hope, to, you know what I'm saying, tell them to keep the faith in whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Word. So with all of these talents, my question is, how do you... what's the biggest challenge when it comes to turning this into a quote-unquote business or a profitable thing for you where you're seeing actual income from your talents or the things that you do? Or is that even the goal?
The biggest challenge is self. I'm going to say that for real for me. It might be the same for a lot of people out here. Okay. But for me, it's self. Why is it self? Because I battle myself, man, on what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? On what I love to do. I love to be on that stage. And I got so much, like, some call it prophetic, some call it like grand wisdom, but I have so much information downloaded in my head, and it's so organized. I be so ready to give it away. You know what I'm saying? Just to put the people on game.
But sometimes you have to, right?
Right. But then there's that man, you so good at this, you need to make some money. Like, I do other things to make money. Like, this is just what I love to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can respect that.
And so I fight myself because there has to be a balance for me. Yeah, I want to make money off of what I do, but then sometimes, you know, the universe of God, whoever we believe in, I say the energies just leads me. Like, what I love to do, the energy allows me to do. It gives me the opportunity to do. I'm not worried about getting paid for that because of what I got on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Doing aside from that. You know, so prime example, I'm working on a book. Which is going to bring in a lot of profit because I've been working on this book for a very long time.
Yeah, we was talking about it. Tell them about the book.
So the book is it's called I Am Note, Note, Not of This Earth. And it's just basically demonstrating the human mind, the human experience, what we perceive life to be versus what we are figuring out the reality, what the reality is. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And dealing with that reality, embracing that reality, and elevating from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All through the mind, because the mind is mysterious. It's methodical. It's calculated. And is organized but unorganized at the same time. So this is what the book about. Through that book, it's gonna be cool. And it
sounds deeper than physics, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So for real, I'm a scientist on the low.
Better be an easy read.
For real, it is. It's most definitely it is. I ain't gonna be using big words. The cataclysm of the what cataclysm? No, for real. No, but the book itself is a compilation of a miniature novel and some poetry. Nice. You know what I'm saying? And the poetry is just basically, you know, elevated. It's aggressive, it's assertive, and it's passive. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with the feelings and emotions of the lows and the highs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The wants and the desires versus the purpose. You know what I'm saying? What I want versus what I'm here for. Gotcha. And that's what I'm demonstrating through the book. And then I'm producing a clothing line for the book, so everybody who gets the book, you know what I'm saying, you could get a
piece
jogging
gear. Okay, yeah, that's unique.
Or a
that's
t-shirt with
out.
it, you know what I'm saying, with the I Am Note and the thumbprint on the back. I created the logo myself. Everything is created by me. I wrote the book myself. No collaborations, none of that, man. Okay. And it's just sharing my journey with everybody else who's on that same journey as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just doing that. My music is based off that. I do music too. I'm an artist on that end too.
Yeah, tell our listeners a little bit about the music and how you got started and what you have going on now.
So y'all can look me up on you can basically Google me, Xegon, and I'll pop up all platforms, Spotify, Tidal, you know, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, iTunes. And how I started music, I used to sing in the choir, man. My mama raised me in church. You know what I'm saying? And that's just we all come from that background. But I think that's what it is just singing, you know, help me. R&B, I love R&B and soul music and jazz. Singing helps me cope with some of my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Even as a man. You know what I'm saying? It helps me cope with some of my emotions. I was an angry guy. Not angry like just just purposely, but just it was a lot of things that I allowed to bother me. And through singing, I was like, damn, hell yeah, singing is the way to go. And people used to put me on the forefront. That boy can sing. Put him out there. He gonna lead this song. So through people pushing me, you know what I'm saying? It
you
gave
think
me
that also helped with the public speaking?
Yeah, most definitely, because everybody said I had the gift of gab. I could talk, you know. And through that, I sang, and people said I was good at it. You know, you got other people in the streets was hearing me. It was like, dog, you can sing. You ever thought about getting in the studio? I never thought about being in the studio before. So it was just like, damn, if I'm gonna be in the studio, that means I gotta have something prepared. You know what I'm saying? I sang in groups in school. You know what I'm saying? The boys choir. I had my own little group outside of that called High Definition. Shout outs to them. You know what I'm saying? And they all started writing their own music. You know what I'm saying? As we grew with each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So in the rap game, like, what's the goal with the rap game, in your opinion, or for you in your journey? Like, is it to make money? Is it to build something? I mean, what do you want to do with the rap music?
For the rap music, I want to keep the freedom of expression alive. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I want to continually inform people of what's going on in the day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make money regardless, whether it's off that or off anything that I do. But with me doing that, I'm pretty sure that's going to bring in a lot of revenue. So, yeah.
How do artists make money these days?
These days, artists make money through a package. So there's a package deal that artists present now. Not only are you getting their music, but with a lot of female artists specifically, you get the hair, you know what I'm saying? They do hair, they do makeup, you know what I'm saying? They do nails, you know what I'm saying? They got clothing,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
So it's not just one thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's the same thing with on the male side. Look at I just want to mention a quick celebrity that I know everybody love to hate and hate to love. Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Just look at what he's done. You know what I'm saying? And look at what Jay-Z's done. You know what I'm saying? Investments. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, I'm rapping.
Right.
No, I'm investing in clothing. I'm investing in architecture, paintings,
diversified.
land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when we listen to the music and when we pay attention to certain artists and watch what they do and how they move, you begin to see like, okay, this is the module. This is the structure. If I'm gonna be an artist, I can't just be a rapper. I can't just be a singer. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of artists that play the guitar and sing, play the piano, do all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the people entertained or engaged in whatever it is that you're trying to present to them. You know what I'm saying? It's all a product and a service. That's what business is. Seeing the problem, creating a solution. The problem is this. I'm going to create a product that solves that problem. What's the product? My music. What's the product? Me sharing my life through music. Okay, what can I say through my music? Well, I know a lot of people go through breakups. Somebody broke up today on Valentine's Day. There's a song about that. And they listening to that song right now. And that's getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a lot of people making love to Casey and JoJo and all the types of stuff right now to this day. That's making money because it's dedicated to those moods, feelings, emotions, thoughts, actions, what people do on a day-to-day basis. So with what I talk about when it comes down to community, uplifting and building people through my music, I know for sure that that's dedicated to that specific audience. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people gonna hop on the wave, but I don't care if they don't. You know, because people like what they like. And that's where the money, that's what it is with business. Everybody's not gonna like everything. Everybody don't like fluoride toothpaste, but a lot of people buy it. You feel what I'm saying? But who don't like fluoride toothpaste? Those who are awoken, conscious, know some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just when we pay attention, we analyze. Because I'm an analyzer, bro. Like, just as in order to be an artist, in order to be a writer, in order to be a singer, in order to be a rapper, in order to be anything of the performance and creative arts, you have to observe and pay attention and listen. That's part of the experience. That's what makes money.
No, that's deep. So what advice would you give to an artist that's maybe coming up and has multi-talents like yourself, but is also trying to navigate how to pull it all together?
Do it to learn, not to earn. Because you're gonna earn everything that you know what I'm saying, need from learning.
From learning, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, take in the wisdom, take in the knowledge, make mistakes. Everybody think failure is bad. No, it's actually great when you fail.
Absolutely.
Dang, I messed up. What didn't I add? Oh, okay, I add this next time. Then the next time you do it, bam, you got the ingredient. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's how it go. And don't be so freaking hard on yourself.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Don't be. It's okay. Feel what you feel. Move forward. And stop listening to people who don't motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Listen to people who can show you both sides. And what I mean by that is, excuse me. So, I love pros and cons. I take the good along with the bad. And what that means is this. When it comes down to doing the event, doing the show, we always got to look at the cons as well as the pros. You need people like that around you. Yeah, this is a good show. This is going to be a great show. You're going to do this on.
Right.
And it's going to be like this. And we're going to have this many people here. And this is the forecast. That's just the forecast. Well, what can go wrong?
Right.
Let's keep that in mind too.
Right.
And you need people like that around you because that keeps you on your toes to prevent things from going wrong. So it can be what you forecast. And that's what I want to give to the artists. You know, whether you write, whether you sing, whether you dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep people around you who motivate you. Trust and believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. And don't be so hard on yourself. Learn. And you gonna earn. Guaranteed. No bullshit.
So what about like the short term though? Because you know some of these artists, they got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Short term is this. If you gotta work,
how can you turn that art form into dollars? Like specifically, you know, I mean, for instance, you're a writer. You writing a book,
right?
You know, eventually that's gonna be a product within your brand that can generate income for you as well. You know, what's some advice for some of those creators out there on how they can turn their art into a stream of income?
So this is the honest to God truth. And this is the honest to God truth, and this is real. All of us have quadrillion, billion, trillion, millionaire minds, right? We have the capacity to have that, right? But the thing is this. Put in the work. Don't be afraid to put in the work. Don't be embarrassed about the work that you have to put in. I work 3-4 jobs. You hear me?
Right.
I work 3-4 jobs.
Feel you.
That's not a problem to me.
Me too. 3 jobs.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem to me. Because guess what? I have a
Shout
goal.
out to my Jamaicans.
For real. On the real, shout out. For real, like I work 2-3 jobs. 3-4 jobs.
Yeah.
And it's like I got a side hustle too. But I still do the music, and that's what funds what I love to do.
That's leads me to my next question too regarding side hustles, because I personally believe you cannot retire based on the way retirement is set up in the employment system. So without a side hustle, you just basically in the rat race.
Right, exactly.
And the side hustle can kind of liberate you and also set a path towards financial freedom.
Right. So let me break this down. Let me give you an overview, right? So I got a goal, right? Okay. And I go over how I want to accomplish this goal. This job, this employment job, is going to help me fund this goal. I got the discipline. I want to get here, right? So I'm going to use this employment job to fund what I like to do. Let's say it's clothes. Okay. So I'm going to take whatever I'm making in a week or bi-weekly, invest that, spread that out, take care of my responsibilities first. Whatever I got left over, I'm going to invest in what I really want to do.
Right.
Get that done. Start working on it ASAP. By the time I get paid again, I'll be able to spread it out again. Bills is only due once a month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can spread that out. It's called discipline.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of discipline. And you can work it any way that works for you, because you can also work it vice versa. You can use your job to pay all your bills, because you know that's going to be, use that right away. And then use your side hustles to not only save but fund your dreams. Like, depending on how lucrative your side hustles are and your investments, I mean, that's money you can play with. Like, a lot of my side hustle money goes to crypto.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I could buy myself some shoes. I could buy myself a watch. I'm going to just buy some crypto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of the mindset I'm in these days. But it's that side hustle money that, for me, that's that play money. I can like either stack it, which most of the time I'm stacking 60-70% of it, But that 30% I'm just playing with. You know, I put it in the market, I put it in stocks, I put it in stuff that I want or need, you know, which is not a whole lot these days, but you know, so if you're listening out there, you can kind of work it how you like, because that side hustle gives you that versatility. Like you're not trapped to this one source of income. And I mean, I meet so many professionals, even in like my field, that's all they do is go to work, man. They don't have any other income, and they complain about being broke. And they got good paying jobs, but they also got high mortgages, and they got bills, and they got wives and credit cards and expenses. And they're like, how can I get a side hustle?
But then I see this too, Gid. Gid. I see this. You got people who know how to play instruments that'll get out there on the corner and put a bucket out there with their cash and say, just cash at me, and sing a tune, and literally will make bank for that day.
For real. Way more than somebody working a 9 to 5.
You know what I'm saying? You got
exactly
people out here
saying.
that don't even have cleaning jobs or cleaning businesses who would literally clean up people's houses, cars.
So how do people get over that laziness? Because I think that's kind of what it boils down to. You know, I say, if you listen to people, they usually give you 3 excuses why they can't do something before they tell you why they can. Every time. They give you 3 excuses why they can't. You say, are you writing a book? What's up with that book? I'd be like, oh yeah, my laptop down. You know, I ain't been able to get to it because, you know, I've been busy, or they go, you know, they usually give you 3 reasons why they can't before they do. You don't even got to ask them why they can't. Just listen. How
do people get over
that lazy shit?
It's basically, you have to be sincere and serious about what you really want to do. If you really want to do it, you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know you got bills to pay. You know you got a roof over your head. You know you got responsibilities. Let's just encompass that.
Right.
You got responsibilities, right? How are you going to fulfill these responsibilities if you don't put in the work?
Exactly.
If you just sitting around not doing nothing and then complaining because you don't have.
Right. And I would say thing I would add to that is now. Like, why wait? Do it now. Like, I think people miss the urgency of now. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as you can do now. That's what I learned working in the business I work in. Is like, you give me 2 minutes, I can give you the world. You know what I can do in 2 minutes? I can get it popping in 2 minutes.
But people don't think about time. People don't think about time like that.
For real, though.
In that detail, in that order.
I can give you a lot, especially when it comes to what I do in the world of creating.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and that's crazy because we talking about creating, right? Now, with all those things that I do, right? Me working a job and all that. I do houses. I do carpet, drywall, ceilings. I do pretty much any and everything. I'm a jack of all trades. And that's what I want to throw out there too. Add to your skill set.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, always be ready to add to your skill set. And this is just all about, okay, I have a goal in mind. This is who I am. This is what I want to do. How am I going to accomplish these things? I can't run around asking everybody for money. I have to present something. I can't come empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the newer generation fails to realize. You know, everybody wants to be taken care of. Nobody wants to put in the work and take care of themselves first. You know, and then some people feel like, well, if I take care of myself, I don't need nobody to take care of me. Well, that's when you're going to get the most support from people who see you supporting yourself. You know what I'm saying? People not just going to give you something because you holding up a sign. No, you got to be doing something with this money because you could be investing in something that's not even lucrative for you. You could be fooling everybody else. Yeah, I want to get here. I want to get here. I want to get here. That's what they're saying. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So if I can't make them drink, what was the point in me leading them to the water? They must have not been thirsty. They just wasted my whole time because I was going this way.
No doubt.
And they distracted me. You know what I'm saying?
That's the name of the game. That's what happens a lot, man. There's a lot of distractions on the road to entrepreneurship.
Now that's where you come in with the game is to be sold, not told.
No doubt.
That's
and
why.
there's a fine line between being a nice guy and just handling the business. Cause,
straight
you know,
up.
but my motto's always been to give people that benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
first. You know what I'm saying? But also just keep a wary, watchful eye on people. I'm about 70% good at that. My 30% that I'm bad at is I usually, like I said, I give people the benefit of the doubt, so I see good in a lot of people.
Right.
And I try to find the good in people, and I try to minimize the damage, because really, even when it comes to business and how serious we get about business and money, it's just business and money. It's not like the end of the world. It's not like a family member died. It's not like, I'm not talking to a family member or something. This is just business and money. So I can cut you off for business and money, and it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Or I can forgive you and learn, and you can learn, and I can be like, I can forgive you and be like, you know what? No big deal. Let's try again. Without a heavy heart. I've given a lot of people second chances in business, and I don't feel bad about it. Like, I don't feel like I made a bad decision. I feel like, you know what? Maybe it's going to make them a better person in the future. Who am I to say that this person shouldn't get a second chance? You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck am I? And
then that poses the question, what is business, and does business follow the golden rule?
Nah, business in America, nah, it ain't. I mean, part of it, it's all about how you handle yourself in the world of business, and
right.
your ethics and your morals, and the golden rule: treat other people how you want to be treated. But in the world of business in America and what we call capitalism, that don't get you too far. Worrying about how other people are feeling and treated is not part of business. It's not something you think about or put as a priority all the time. Yeah, sometimes. But it's a lot of cutthroat businessmen who could give a fuck how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, when it comes to business, no, I don't think those two worlds totally exist. Now, when it comes to me and how I do my business, yeah, because I'm a human and I have a heart, and I'm not in it as a cold heart cutthroat businessman.
Let me take that deeper. Prime example, I own a store. Treat others like you want to be treated, right? I own a store. Don't come into my store stealing from me. Especially if I'm black owned and I'm in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then one day you might have a store. Would you want me stealing from you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where I'm coming from alongside of the business aspect of it. Like, okay, yeah, we both got businesses, but do we have to compete?
Yeah.
Even if we in the same, how about this? How about we just combine our stores?
Yeah. No, I think that there needs to be more of that, and I'm seeing more collaboration. I think some people see that it makes sense, but also, like, we've been so ingrained to be competitive as business people in America that, like, so many people are trying to reinvent the wheel rather than collaborating together and building a spaceship. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Reinvent the wheel. My way is better than.
All right. Also, I think that's important for people who coming up in business, is like, reach out to people who are already doing what you're doing. Take note, find mentors, and really explore the industry before you jump in, unless you die hard ready to jump in. But just kind of meet people. When I got into the luxury transportation business, which I'm no longer in anymore, I started meeting people in the business. And before I invested more, I learned about the business. I learned behind the scenes. I learned how things work with insurance and, and just dealing with passengers and people.
Right.
And that helped me become a better, well-rounded entrepreneur, somebody who can basically understand the industry, explain it to others, and connect the dots. So when things didn't work for me, I could call a friend and he could bring his vehicle, whatever. Like, those networks and connections are super important practically in every industry you're in, whether it's music or art or, fashion, entertainment. I mean, don't be on an island trying to create this thing all by yourself when you have people around you that maybe doing the same thing, have a community of art.
Yeah, this is true on the real. That's very important, but then you got to have the mindset to do so,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we go back round about to that question, like, how do you overcome that laziness? You know what I'm saying? What does business mean to you? And what product can you create that will be a solution to the problems that we face on an everyday basis? That's what I see business as. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see it. And it's science. It's science. It's observing the world. I'm observing my community. What do my community need? We need recreational centers. You know what I'm saying? That's dedicated to performing in creative arts and gaming. You know what I'm saying? So the children can have somewhere to play when they get out of school. Or if they can't go to school, they could come here. They ain't got to be out in the world or at home by themselves. They could come here. We got adults who are are very responsible,
Right.
who will watch over them and supervise them, make sure they have a good time. They can learn how to cook.
Yeah, we had that when we was kids.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bring back home ec and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Teach them
yeah.
how to build stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get them engaged again. And
Yeah.
that's what really that's the end goal for me. Let's revive our communities. You know what I'm saying? Racism has always been a big thing since I've been coming up, man. And society and civilization and history, it's been a big thing. And this is what's driven me towards the expression to have freedom of speech to display and demonstrate to our people, like, man, we are more than what we've been acting like and what we become. We are more than this. And when we learn how to unify instead of stay separate because of ego and pride, and because we feel like we lack something, we'll do better in life. But we have to arrive there in the mind first. Our minds have to be renewed. You know what I'm saying? They have to be refreshing.
You think, like, at this point that... Do you think at this point that people can actually change?
At this point in time,
I hate to be so bleak. That's such a bleak question.
No. It's not a bleak question, because how I perceive it, like, at this point in time, in the next 5 to 10 years, there's an agenda in place right now.
There's a lot going on.
And so, no, not at this moment, because there's some things that see, what I've learned in this life as an artist and a writer, man, and an observer and a student to this, is just that, man, lessons have to be learned. And if you don't learn those lessons, it's going to keep repeating in different forms. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thought slavery was over. 400 years? No, it's not over. 400 years, we finna transform it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna rain from 400 years to another 1,000. So it's just like, we have to start paying attention to the signs and symbols.
Yeah, man, it's deep for sure. We gonna save that for the next podcast.
I know,
but
most definitely.
Before we wrap this up, Xegon, you got some new stuff on the works. Could you please run down some of the projects you have going on and how people can get in touch with you? So
most definitely, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's my name spelled backwards. It's Xegon, spelled Xegon Nuwada, Xegon.
That's why your ass so hard to find on Instagram.
See, I'm very creative, so it's my name spelled backwards. XegonUada _ Seraphim backwards.
Okay. Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm working on The Note. I'm working on Not of Earth.
Okay.
The book, the clothing line, and the soundtrack. And following after the soundtrack is going to be a series. I want to actually show a visual of the mindset and the human experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to show that what we really face in the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me, y'all. Thanks, Gid, for having me, man. I really appreciate it, man. Shout outs to Gid, man. This is an incredible DJ. This is an incredible man. This is an incredible brother. Very intellectual, very insightful, very humble. And I just appreciate me meeting this brother. It's always good to meet great people. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
so much
that,
love,
man.
for real.
That's much appreciated. Thank you, man. The book title one more time?
I Am Note.
Okay.
N-O-T-E.
Look out for that. And you thinking about publishing this year?
Yes, March. Coming up March,
Okay,
man.
March. Perfect.
Yes, indeed. Be looking out.
We got to get you back after you got the book and you did your run with it, because we want to talk to you more about what that was like promoting the book, what that was like marketing the book. And it's a lot of our listeners who are authors and aspiring authors,
Okay.
and just how that journey was for you, because this will be your first book, right?
Most definitely it will.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to be working on some release parties together.
Yeah, most definitely we will. Hey, for real.
For real. Some book clubs, whatever it takes.
Yeah, that soundtrack gonna have some reggae in it, so y'all make sure y'all come down to Freight every Thursday nights and come jam with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Most
for all
definitely.
Milwaukee listeners and visitors, they come down there. Y'all can meet Xegon and me. So we'll get it in. But thank y'all for listening. We had a really, really good time. Tonight was fun, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man.
Man.
Definitely shout out to you.
Most definitely. Thank you for having me. Much love and peace, everybody.
Yes, and the crowd goes wild. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for listening. Make sure y'all tune in next week.
Holla.